Paul, we'll look ahead to Monday and the FA Cup game against West Ham that's coming up. But first, I wanted to ask it about Tuesday. Supporters have been watching those last couple of minutes back over and over again. I'm sure you've looked a couple of times. How are you feeling a few days on from it?
Yeah, in fairness, I did, which is very unlike me. I remember texting Nat Mendes-Lang Wednesday morning saying, here's the picture for the wind wall. There's a picture of him looking like colossal. And he says, have you sort of recovered from it yet? And I was like, not really, no. And in fairness, not when I say recovered, like the excitement of the whole thing. And I reckon in my professional career, I must have been involved in, played about 500, managed about 300, I think, coached about 500. So it's a lot of games anyway. Sorry, I'm like Carol Vorderman here. So about 1,400 games possibly. And there's probably only about 10, 15 that really stand out like that. And that will be one that I'll always remember. Just because of the excitement of it. And when you watch it back, because of the fans behind the goal and everything, it was literally perfect. I remember after the game speaking to the photographer, he was buzzing that all the celebrations were where he was. And it's just like, I mean, I've never been involved in a game where we were losing and with the minutes play, got it back. I mean, the best thing for me was, and I've said this before in a different interview, in a different game, I think, was the fact that we equalised and then we wanted to get the game going again. The lads wanted to win. Like we don't want draws. I've said this all the time, that a draw is better than a defeat. I'm not a complete idiot, but there's no point drawing 5 games and getting 5 points. You might as well lose 3 and win 2. You're still better off. So I want the lads to think that they can, win games. And I thought we were finishing the game really well. So yeah, overall, it was a really exciting night. And in fairness, they're the nights why you're involved in football, I think. From my point of view anyway, because it's not a great job at times, but for those little, very small grains of sand on a beach, they're worth it.
You sort of touched on it there, but what do you think it said about the attitude of the players and the attitude that has sort of grown over the last couple of months, that they kept going and then once they got that equaliser, they were desperate for a winner? Yeah,
I mean, I thought there wasn't much in it first half, and I might have messed up with my team selection. I probably should have gone with 2 up top because the midfield was getting negated the whole game really. So it was a bit difficult, but I thought second half we got into it a lot more, created loads of chances, really proper chances, although we had a couple of good ones first half as well. But and I just thought it displayed hopefully what we're about. Like, we're going to go for it. I've said it all along. It's not about having the ball for ball's sake. Every time we have the ball, we're going to try and score. But the way we play and the way we go for it, we are open. I've said that loads of times, that we could concede loads of goals, but I'm prepared to, we're prepared to take that risk. But I just think it says about the lads that they just keep going. They think they've got to win every game, which is quite, if you could offer that pill at the start of the season, I would buy 23 of them for the players. So that's a good thing. They're really fit, really motivated, and the game changes can come on and have an effect. Like, I was really pleased, obviously pleased with Tony, pleased with Dobbs, pleased with Colo, and I know Runes came on as well. I hope I haven't missed someone out, but so I think it says a lot about them as characters, really. And I say this all the time, like, the 11 are the ones who get the praise, and so they should. I understand it, but between now and the end of the season, virtually every player in that dressing room will play a part, so they need to be ready. So if ever there was indication that they're in a good place and that they're ready to play when called upon, it was Tuesday night.
It means, Paul, 6 wins in a row going into the game on Monday night against West Ham in the 4th round, which I think will be a step into the unknown for you as a manager at this stage of the competition. Do milestones like that matter to you?
No, oddly enough, no. No, I don't absolutely bothered. It's just about, I think, like I said to the lads when we played Torquay away, it wasn't about the Torquay game as such. It was about trying to get in the rounds where they start getting exciting. And if you can get no disrespect to Torquay, but if you can get a Premier League team, especially at home, then you can create a memory for yourself and for your family and all that. And I was fortunate enough to play at Anfield on a Saturday afternoon in the FA Cup, and it's something my mum still remembers to this day, which means a lot to me. In fact, I think my son has got Carragher's shirt up in his wall. I weren't a shirt swapper. It wasn't me. However, My mum kindly contacted the club and got his shirt. Sort of cringe, but sort of amazingly nice at the same time. So I know the importance of it, and I appreciate a couple of our lads have played in the Premier League, 20 odd years ago. So it won't be such a big thing for them possibly, but for the younger lads it is. And I still think that games like this, it might be the first time like someone takes their granddaughter or grandson to the game, or their mate or something, and says, "Look, let's just go and watch Derby. They're playing West Ham. Okay, yeah, great." And you might have a fan for life. So I know the importance of these games, and under the lights, on TV on a Monday night, the lads could just go out and enjoy it. That's all I want them to do.
I know you said there a couple of the guys have played in the Premier League before a while ago, but can you feel the excitement from some of them about this game?
Not yet, because I've given them a couple of days off, so we'll do the meetings now and possibly. But in fairness to them, they all want to play, which is a great thing. Difficult to manage at times, but a great thing. And it would I wouldn't expect any less excitement when we play Morecambe at home next week. So they're all driven to play every game. They're competitive in 5-0s. You see them and you film them out there. They're competitive in training. They're just elite people who just want to, compete really. So I haven't seen any more excitement. However, it will sort of build over the next couple of days. They might do more interviews. They might be a bit more aware, So I think they will be when they actually walk out. I don't think it sort of hits them really that, West Ham are bringing a significant amount of people. I think the atmosphere from a player's point of view is the one you want to play in. I will be sulking for the first 5 minutes of the game, guaranteed, because I'll be thinking, rubbish standing here compared to being out there in the actual war zone. So, so I think as we get closer, the lads will get more and more excited, I think.
I suspect I know the answer to this question, but when you're playing opposition of this calibre, like Liverpool earlier in the season, do you prepare any differently? Do you do anything differently?
No, nothing. I mean, we'll prepare them exactly the same way, as you well know. We're going through what we think their shape will be, or two different shapes really. We'll talk about their players like we do anyone else, and we'll send them out trying to win. So we won't be going out and trying to stay in the game for 60, 70 minutes. No, we'll just play the same way, go the same way, and look, we just have to drive performances. If they perform at their very best and they lose, then I'll be well proud of them. Sounds a bit weird, I know, but it's just the performance level that we're obsessed with. So, they have to play at their very, very best to beat a Premier League team. That is, and if someone says to me, "Oh, they're not in amazing form," like, I'm bore off. They're a very good team, so we'll have to be very good. But I just want the level of performance to be the same, and then the lads can be proud of themselves.
And how's the squad looking injury-wise?
Yeah, good. Cash is back in. Sibs might, I don't think, well, I'm saying it like, I'm sure they're watching this and dreading it, but I don't think Sibs will be fit. So I won't be risking him. Hopefully we can use him potentially for the Morecambe game. He'll be training full squad before then, but I don't think he'll be fit. But apart from that, we had no issues from the other night, apart from probably the odd broken cheekbone in the celebration in the corner. But apart from that, they're all good.